Tits and giggles. Tits and giggles. Welcome to Tits and Giggles, where we talk ish and giggle. I'm Keisha.
I'm Kaya.
Simone's not here today. Let's get into the show. Please be advised this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as fact or advice. Please be advised at some point you may need to adjust your volume due to screaming and loud laughter. All right. First question of the day. Why do you think people expect people who don't like them to help them grow in life? And what I mean by that is, often I hear a lady say, she talks about one particular group of people helping another. She'll be like, they always make sure their kids get scholarships, or they make sure their kids are set up for life, or they make sure their kids have job opportunities. Mm-hmm. And she's like, why they don't, make sure our kids get scholarships? And I'm like, these people don't like y'all kids. They don't want them to see them progress in life. So I was like, why would you think people who don't like you or like your community would help you advance in life?
But why aren't they making sure their kids have these things? So the problem with this situation for me is that work thing. Nobody want to put in the work. Mm-hmm. So you can't expect another group of people to put in the work for your kids when you're not even putting in the work for your kids. So it goes back to each one teach one. Mm-hmm. We have definitely lost in that particular situation. That way, we're lost in that way. If you don't like what other people are doing for other people and not doing for your people, then you need to be a part of the change to help do this for your people. Like, we gotta stop talking about it and be about it. So I don't understand why people expect someone to do the work that they're not even trying to do.
Exactly. I understand. I definitely think you have to move with the times, right? And like, if we're talking about teachers, there was a time where you went to school and you learned a lot, like, I don't know, everyday things, or I don't know, things that help you advance in life. Mm-hmm. But as time went on, either the teacher's mentality changed or the requirements of the teachers changed. Mm-hmm. So they no longer teach a certain type of arithmetic. They teach, I don't know, they used to call it new math. Mm-hmm. Or you no longer teach economics or baking. Now you have to focus on passing the test. Mm-hmm. But like you said, first of all, you can't, when you have a kid, you can't allow other people to raise your kids.
Correct. And
I think that for so long, school was that crutch for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, we need help. It takes a village. School is a part of that village. But you have to be aware of, that's what I was, one of the things I was trying to tell Simone in another episode. You gotta be aware of what's going on in the streets. Mm-hmm. You gotta be aware what they're teaching your kids in school. So you'll know, well, they're not doing gym no more. I need to make sure my kid get outside. They're not doing this no more, so I need to make sure of this. But you should have been doing that from the rip, if you're gonna ask me. Like, you putting your kid in a pre-K, they shouldn't go into pre-K not knowing anything.
Correct.
Like, they just shouldn't.
So for me, there's an age-old saying, a child only educated in school is an uneducated child. You have to, from the time they're little, they're sponging in everything. You have to be their source of knowledge. Like you said, going into pre-K, the kids should already know their ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and we should be working on writing. Even if the S is backwards, we gonna fix it.
Yeah.
So
back in my day, requirements: first name, last name, address, phone number, mom's name, dad's name, like all those things. They should know that before they leave the house.
Sure enough. That's because we thought somebody was gonna kidnap them and they need to be able to get back home, and that wasn't even a real reality. It was a small thing compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
Like, and these kids are, I don't want to say hopeless because that's a horrible word, helpless. They are a product of their environment, and their environment doesn't care about themselves, therefore they don't care about the kids, and it's just a vicious cycle that's only going to continue to get worse.
Yeah, because people definitely are not paying attention. Like, I see videos of, and I don't know if it's real or fake, but I see videos and somebody's recording where the living room is trashed, and they find a kid and he got like some freaking flower on him. Where was you at? This kid was able to trash the living room and put flour on him?
Hold on. How you know that kid even trashed the living room? Because I done been to some places where the whole house is trash. So they can't find the kid because of the trash. Like, and this is normal. And I'm like, so your parents did not clean. You do not clean.
Fam.
Your kids do not clean. Is stuff that was just passed down as normal because they never saw it a different way, or they thought that the people they go around their house is clean is a little different because we done seen this person with just stuff everywhere, and this is how you live.
But see, that's the part of life that I don't, or how people move that I don't understand, because I was born with, I don't know what it's called, an internal whatever. So you couldn't put me in a space where it was just filthy and I would be like, this is normal. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand. I know it happens because I hear it all the time and be like, well, they was raised like this, or they was raised in a ghetto, or they was raised here, or I get it, but I don't get it because I was born different. I wasn't born to take in, or I wasn't in Rome, live as Rome do. Mm-hmm. I wasn't born that way. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand. Like, let me tell you this. So when I was able to drive, my mom would, I don't know, she would have like papers everywhere in the car. I would have to take all the stuff out before I could drive this car. Like, it irks me. It irks to this day, fam. Like, and now it's just like, okay, this is just what it is. But when I was younger, ain't no way. Mm-hmm. And my mom never, and maybe I don't remember, or maybe we've been cleaning my whole life, so I just feel like I was born this way. Yes, I don't know.
You've been cleaning your whole life.
But I don't know. But it's not just with cleaning. It's with everything. Like, I have a radar that says this is not right. Mm-hmm. So if you was like, I'm not saying for the people that's in survival mode, that's a different group of people. Mm-hmm. But if, I feel like if I was growing up and, my house was dirty, but I went to your house wasn't dirty, I went to Kiki's house and her house wasn't dirty, I'm gonna see that my house being dirty is not normal. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I'd be like, people be like, oh, they didn't teach me this growing up, or nobody taught me this, or nobody taught me that. So they taught you how to smoke weed? They taught you how to slap a girl? Like, Because somehow you picked up all the negative stuff, but when it comes to the positive stuff, oh, nobody taught me that. I never in my life seen nobody save money. So what you supposed to do with it? You think you was just supposed to spend it all?
You're supposed to floss. What you mean?
Girl.
Well, we're absolutely a product of our environments. And what is being reinforced and is a lot of negative stuff being perpetuated. But if you want to change, you got to put in the work. It literally, life goes down to putting in the work, no matter what the situation is.
How much work is it when you get finished a little Debbie cake to put it in the trash?
I agree with you 1,000%. But and I'm not, trust me, I am not taking up for anybody that does the wrong thing, because I will be like, hey, didn't you have this? Why you ain't put it in the trash? But if you see X, Y, and Z going boom, then you think that's what you do. You just leave your stuff everywhere.
Fam, even if I did that like the first time, because there's been times where you be like, you feel funny. You know what I mean? People doing different stuff. You don't want to be the outcast. So you might do it the first time. Hell, you might do it the second time. But the third time, you be like, fam, I'm gonna pick all my stuff up and your stuff up because this is crazy.
I agree with you.
Just anyway. I'm just like, why would you expect somebody to help you out? They don't even like your kind, fam.
But it's even bigger than that. If you're not helping yourself, why should somebody else help you?
All right, where would you? Second question: Where do you want to retire?
I'm sorry for the people I smack, cause she know where I'm retiring in the country of Colombia. Colombia will be my retirement country. I love it there. I love it there because I live well there for a little bit of money. I plan on jumping here, there, and everywhere in between most of my time in Colombia and my time here in the States, but it's definitely going to be Colombia.
All right, so you chose Colombia because it's you get more bang for
your buck, for sure. You live very well for a decent amount of money. I mean, I could go, but it was also convenient, so let me not say that, because I could go over to an Asian country and live very well as well. And you can go in parts of Africa and live well, but the travel time was long, and I needed to take in consideration that I do want my family to come visit me from time to time, or I want to be able to get home without it being an issue. So I went close enough yet far enough away.
Okay.
Excuse me. Where are you retiring?
Did you hear me ask another question?
You was about to.
No, I wasn't.
My bad.
Pump your brakes, Suzanne.
Kathy.
What? Where would I don't know. Listen. I could stay here. I could. Let me see. I could do Myrtle Beach. If I didn't think nothing was gonna happen to me traveling back and forth, I could do Myrtle Beach, because I feel like they have everything that I like to do, and still not like slow, not fast, because I'm not really a city girl. Like, I don't need to be the hustle and bustle of being in the city. I go visit, stay for a little bit, but then, I need a slower pace. Like, not like snail, but, I don't need to be hustling, because I love a Sunday drive. I do a Sunday drive on a Tuesday. Like, people like,
blowing a horn.
Yeah, like, you don't got nowhere to go? Nope. I ain't got nothing to do. But yeah, so I could do Myrtle Beach. Beach. Third question. What are 3 life lessons you would give your younger self? I'll go first.
Okay.
1, all smiles aren't friendly. 2, it's okay to get help. And 3, just say I'm sorry.
Those are good ones.
Yeah, and like just say I'm sorry. There was this executive at our job, and I wasn't on the meeting, but I was told that during the meeting he had like dropped the ball, and he just came out. He was like, he dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically like you took all the power away from everybody else. So I think I might have been working towards it already, but like once I heard that, I just be like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like I don't care about nothing. Like when we in a meeting and it's something that I'm responsible for, or like my site's, drop the ball on something, I just be like, yeah, that's probably my site, and I'll do a follow up, and I'll take the blame. I didn't follow up as much as I needed to, so maybe they off on the procedures, and keep it going. Like you're not gonna hold nothing over my head,
right? So
I'm like, yeah, that was me, or my bad, whatever. You keep it going. Because that only like holds on you if you like internally, like you're feeling bad or you like put a bunch of pressure on yourself. But if you look at it in a lighthearted kind of way, okay, keep it going.
You're right. You only you give power to what you allow to what you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You only allow to have power over what you allow to have power over you.
Right.
So, yeah. So, my 3 would be invest early and invest often.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
Yeah.
Love with all your heart and accept responsibility for your actions.
So you would still say love with all your heart?
Love with all my heart. To me, still, love is the answer to everything. I've said this probably multiple times. Everything in life is either an act of love or a cry for love. Love is the answer no matter what the question is.
And I so disagree. And rest in peace to Tina Turner. What does love got to do with it? No way, no how.
It's 100% the answer.
Because people are buttholes.
People are.
Love can't cure that.
But they're searching for love. They need love. You gotta love those even when they're hard. People when they're hard to love. That's somebody that would be hard to love because they're purposely being an asshole. But that's a cry for love.
Wait, go cry somewhere else because I'm gonna smack the shit out you.
Yeah, smack the shit out you.
Cry for love, yeah. Alright, that's an excuse if you ask me.
I got you.
And then the third one you said,
accept full responsibility for your actions, and that just goes off of your say I'm sorry. Like if I do something wrong, accept that shit, own that shit, and do what is needed to be done to correct that.
Okay. Accept responsibility
for your actions.
Alright, 4th question. What's something you do that feels like a crime, but it's not?
Something I do that feels like a crime, but it's not.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Alright, not answering the door when someone knocks in your home. Man, if you don't call, you ain't getting in. And I've had I had to teach him that lesson. Like, you're not just showing up at my house, fam. That ain't what we doing. And, years ago, people did that. Years ago, that was when I was a little kid. And I ain't had my own place. When you get your own place, you make your own rules. know,
So they ain't doing this shit no more.
Back in the day, it was like a, you know, just one big neighborhood that you went from, you know, wherever to wherever. So you go to the mall and you out shopping and you be like, oh, let me stop by Aunt such and such house, or let me stop by, your mom stopped by one of her friends' house, right? That was the thing to do. And this goes back to the internal inside me. Now, that's how I grew up, right?
Yeah.
That was, I don't want to say never, but as I could, I don't know, I guess as an adult, because I'm such a private person, that was never okay with me.
Got you.
Don't show up. No. Don't show up in my house. Just unannounced. Driving at night with the inside light on. And that was probably just how you was brought up.
Cause the cops will pull you over.
Exactly. But as I got older, they're like, that's not true. Like, but it feels weird. Especially if you go and buy a cop. You like, cause he gonna come and get you because he gonna be like, what's she doing? What are they doing in that car? They rolling the blunt?
No,
sir, I don't even
not that's where you get that.
All right. Liking old pictures or videos on social media.
Oh, goodness. Because
social media has made a standard that you are a creep if you like somebody. Yeah, if you like, what if I just got Facebook? I just happened to come across, this is just coming on my feed.
No, that was 13 years ago, yo. What you doing? You stalking.
I'm binge watching. I can't like it until I get to present day?
No.
That's crazy. But yeah, that is definitely liking old stuff. Listen, I'll be looking at the comments. When did this get posted? And now you can't even really tell, because if another channel posts your stuff, they might have just posted it, but I made this video 2 years ago.
So you still look like a creep.
Yeah.
You just posted it.
They're like, this old. I just seen it.
It's not old to me.
Yeah, it's not old to me.
Jeez.
So what's your crime but not crime?
Man, I don't know. Let's think together.
I don't know what you think is a crime.
I don't either.
It's not.
I don't know, man. I don't do any crimes or any things that I think resemble crime.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get one for you.
Okay. Having
relationships with your ex when you're in a new situation.
You mean talking to him? Like, hello, how are you? That's what you mean?
No, the interactions that you be having.
What do you mean? No. You mean, the only thing I don't understand is when you check up on somebody, that's what you're referring to?
Whatever you be doing.
Nah, because I don't like that.
Alright, let me see. I don't know. What's some stuff that you do that?
I'm criminal free over here.
Criminal free?
Yes. Man, I don't know. No, I don't got not most. Oh, I'm thinking I wear my seatbelt when I drive.
Wear my seatbelt when I drive. That's a law, genius.
Hey, something you do that's like breaking a crime, doing a crime, but it's not. I don't really know. Exactly. See, I'm over here angelly.
Yeah. All right. So, bonus. What's worse, your facial expressions or your mouth?
My mouth. That gonna break my mouth because my brain is so quick. It don't finish processing it before it come out. It be like, damn, did I just say that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely my mouth. But my facial expression is not much better. Just so I'm clear, it's a 1-2 punch. For sure.
Yeah, I'm 1A, 1B. Damn near probably could be 1A, 1.2. Because like when I was younger, people would say, your facial expressions, whatever. facial expressions all day. But also, my mom would say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, we 1-2 it over here. But I guess as I'm older, probably facial expressions because I've learned to hold my peace. So I would probably go facial expressions.
You still have matured way past my level of maturity because as soon as something says, it's shit, girl. You're supposed to keep that thought to yourself.
So dope.
And like I said, and then my facial expression is no better. Or if I do manage to keep it in my mouth, my facial expression like this, motherfucker. Excuse me. Boy, it's been a rough day today. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Alright, so what you been watching? You been watching anything new? You learned anything new?
Nah, I definitely have not watched anything new. Like, all my energy, time, and effort right now is on stock trading. That's my new passion. And I have not even been practicing Spanish. So I don't know any more Spanish than I did not too long ago. And I probably know less because I ain't been working on it and I done forgot some stuff. But I'm working on learning, not learning, but doing the will strategy. So in option selling, the will strategy is the strategy with the least amount of risk because you either get a premium or a premium and stock. So you don't go empty handed. So you don't really lose out in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So I've been working on that. I actually sold, last week I sold cash secure puts on Riot, a stock called Riot. I had put in 4 contracts on Monday for the strike price of $11 on Riot, saying that if Riot went down to $11, that I would buy 400 shares at $11. So on Monday, Riot went up to like $12.22. So I made, to get in that contract, I think it was like $48 a contract. So what's that? I was paid $196 to say that if the stock went down to $11, I would buy the stock. So on Monday it went up to $12 and some change. I'm gonna say $12.22 or something. So straight out the gate, I was paid $120 in premium already. I had made 60%, 75% profit. So I brought my stock, I brought the contracts back, losing, well not losing, but making a profit of $120. So then I got into another contract at $12 selling. I said if Riot goes down to $12, I would buy 400 shares. Those contracts paid me $200. So on Monday I made $320 getting into a contract with Riot. So on Friday, Riot was $10 and some change. It went down to $10 and some change. So I now have 400 shares of Riot. But between the time the market ended on Friday and when I looked again, it was up to $11. So on Monday, I'm going to sell those 4 contracts. I'm not for sure what my strike price is going to be, somewhere between $12 and $13. So I'm going to get paid another, depending upon the strike, the prices between $120 to, we'll say $300. That if Riot goes up to $12, I will sell my 400 shares to whoever I'm in the contract with. But meanwhile, Riot is at $11. So from $11 to $12, if it goes up that high, I keep that $100 per contract. So that's $400 plus the premium that I was paid. So if it works out in my favor, just doing that one thing, I would make probably $500.
So
nothing.
How do you know, like, what the pricing is going to be? Like, is it at the top when you click on the stock, or like is there a certain type of area you go to that says these are the ramifications for this, or this is how?
So it depends on what platform you're using. So all of the platforms are different. So I use Tasty Trades and Robinhood. So if you go on Tasty Trades, theirs is the easiest to use. Well, I'm sorry, it's harder to use because it's not actually written out for you. So you clicking on buttons, but you know what you're doing by practice. So Robinhood, I would say, is the easiest platform to use. It has it written out there for you. So if I went on Riot, on the right, it would say trade. So when you hit trade, it'll say buy, sell, trade options. So because I'm doing option, I would do the options. So when you hit the option screen, it says long call, long put, covered call, cash secure put. So in order to start the wheel strategy, they say it's best to do a cash secure put. So that's when you say that if the stock goes down to this price, I will buy it, and they'll pay you to get in that contract. So if you get the stock, you now want to do a covered call, which means if the stock goes up to this price, I will sell you my shares. So Robinhood is the best platform for beginners because it's easy to understand. Everything is written out for you.
Okay.
But they're free, but they're not free. They hit you on the back end with your bid and buy and sell pricing. So they get commissions off of that, but you don't really feel it. So
Gotcha.
But yeah. So that's what I spend most of my time on, learning how to run the wheel strategy. I'm always watching videos. I'm always trying to figure out how I can do it a little better because that's besides just buying the stock and waiting for them to go up, doing the wheel strategy is the least riskful way to trade options.
Gotcha. Well, I've just been watching old movies and TV shows. Watch the Cosby Show. You know, let me tell you what I noticed about the Cosby Show. Vanessa was the most irritating little kid ever. Really? She was so mouthy and always in somebody's business. I want to say she was trying to blackmail people. Fam, she was a bad kid.
Really though?
Yes. I'm like, she needed to be beat up.
Beat up?
She was always in somebody's business. She was she would even slick talk the parents. Like, she should have been dealt with. That was a badass little girl. Badass little girl. Did you ever watch How High? I feel like you would like that.
I watched it, but I don't remember much. What, Method Man and Redman? Yeah, I watched it. I used to think Redman was the cutest little thing.
Listen, he is, or he was, but I'm like, people, current day, I don't know. Like, they're like, oh my God, he's so fine. I'm like, he's looking on the older side. Like, I don't know if, like, back in the day, like, when he was younger, oh yeah, for sure. But I don't know about too much now. He alright, but not like they trying to make him up. And then I watched Brown Sugar. That was one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
You ever watched? Of
course, I've seen Brown.
Don't say of course, cause you don't be.
Don't act like this. Don't act like this.
You don't be up on the times.
Of course, I've seen Brown Sugar.
Yeah, Brown Sugar. All right.
One thing popping in my head is D'Angelo.
Somebody did a reenactment of that. It was hilarious. Who was it? Maybe it wasn't a real reenactment. I think it was
You talking about where he was naked with the thing?
No, recently, Country Wayne, I think he did a skit where this guy who has like straight backs, and he was on a date, and they passed this homeless lady, and she thought he was D'Angelo. She was like, oh my God. She was like, D'Angelo? And he's just like looking like, no, I'm not. She's like, come on, sing something for me. Sing something. I was like, this is not D'Angelo, man. And he might have did like a little like something. She like lost her mind. Like, this dude is not D'Angelo. Alright. Experts are saying that Starbucks is a bank that sells coffee. So Trapper says Starbucks is the stock to buy. How you feel about Starbucks? What you know about Starbucks?
Yeah.
You know anything about Starbucks?
I don't know anything about Starbucks at all, except for they serve a lot of stuff I don't drink.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Well, what's your thoughts on it? What is he saying? Like, what about it makes it a bank that sells coffee?
Cause they get a lot of money, and their reward program, he's like people just add money to the card, so even if they don't even be using it. So they kind of like literally just housing money, because their base is so loyal.
Mm-hmm.
So they could sell anything, and people's gonna be right there. That's why I'm like waiting to get in position, because Starbucks is definitely on my list. Because some companies, I feel like they're gonna be okay. Like whatever we go through something, the economy goes through something, they're gonna be okay. Starbucks has that following.
Mm-hmm.
Like Disney, I feel like has that following. Apple has that following.
Mm-hmm.
I think Amazon has that following. Even though I don't know, right now I got like a funny feeling about Amazon, but I don't. There's nothing that's gonna take them out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put them on the list.
Well, they have their hands in so many baskets,
and that's why I'm like, but people, that next day delivery or whatever, yeah. Plus they got, they open up a store or some stores where you just walk in. There are no cashiers or nothing. So
it's convenience sales, 100%. But it's if one division doesn't do well, you got the other one to pull it up.
Yeah.
Because I think like their merchandise sales were down for their earnings, but another aspect of it actually had them push their earnings up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Dibbling and dabbling in so many things can be good or bad.
Yeah.
And he's learning how to teeter-totter on that line.
All right. How you feel about men getting BBLs or ankle surgery to increase their height?
What? They getting Brazilian butt lifts?
Yeah. Or just surgery, period, like taking the fat out their stomach. I don't know.
I mean, I can't double standard. If it's okay for girls, it's okay for guys. But wouldn't that make you a little bit on the feminine side?
All right. So, well, what about take that out? What about just trying to increase their height?
Man, short people in. Like, why would you need to be taller? He only make you as tall as you need, as high as you need to be for your greatness. So if it didn't take that long for you to be great, be happy with it.
Because in society, dudes need to be taller than girls. Girls
Get
don't
a
like
short girl.
dudes.
Get a girl shorter than you, yo. I mean, you might have a small limit, but just pick somebody shorter than you.
Limit?
Yeah.
But most of the time, you want what you can't have, so they're not gonna want a shorter girl. They want, Megan Good or
wear Nike boots every time you wear her. They give you some inches.
Oh God.
Man, I'm feeling like if that's what you want to do, good for you. But take me as I am. If I'm short with no butt, I'm short with no butt.
Oh, listen, virtual brands and kitchens. Have you heard about that?
No.
Ghost kitchens?
What's you mean a ghost kitchen?
Oh my gosh, man. Okay, so virtual brands is when current restaurants like an IHOP, they will act like they're a whole new business and maybe, put a menu on like Grubhub. It's not called IHOP, it's called Disney's Delights or Hot Cakes for Days or something like that. But the food is all coming from the same place. Or a ghost kitchen where, and this concerned me because one of the places I want to go in Philly that sell the egg rolls with all the different stuff in it, I think one of their spots is a Ghost Kitchen. Actually, I want to say both of them, but one is kind of like shady because it was like around the backside of the building on Washington Street or something like that. I'm like, is this gonna be an alleyway? Like what? And then the other place, when I Googled it, it didn't really hit on the address, or it was like it hit it, but like the address was like John's Pizza or something like that. So I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have to go to the storefront and not the one that seems like it's be in the alley.
Well, it won't be our first time in the alley.
Oh my gosh! And actually on TikTok, because Twin showed me this on TikTok, it's literally like at a concession stand. You just, they put actually it's like a locker, concession stand locker. You put your code in or whatever and go inside the thing and pull your food out.
Interesting.
So it's like, do these people have business licenses? Like,
shit, are they clean? Are they cooking in somebody's basement?
Right.
Beside the corpse.
So I was definitely concerned about the Ghost Kitchen, like for the one that I want to go to.
Listen, man, money is out there. Money is out there, and these people are figuring out how to get it from every angle, even if they got to make a fake business.
Yeah.
People still giving good scores on pancakes for days.
I'm like, fair. But I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. But I'm like, you think you getting, I don't know, something from JJ's Chicken and Waffles, and this is coming from IHOP.
Sure enough, but it tastes good. JJ back there doing his thing. You gotta hit him in every corner, man.
So dope. I just spit on this whole thing.
Because it was that funny to you.
Oh my gosh. Alright. I do. You want to add anything?
I'm good over here besides the...
Listen, don't...
we don't want to hear that.
That girl good at what she do. Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't hesitate to share our podcast with your loved ones. You can check out our next episode of Tits and Giggles here on YouTube. Thank you to our subscribers, old, new, and potential. Positive thoughts, and we're out.